Welcome into the breakdown with Beevus and Moes. I'm Beevus.
Hey,
That's Moes.
I'm Moes. Yeah,
We
that's
are
me.
breakers. We open cards, open packs.
We break stuff.
We do. We do it in the Breakers Anonymous Discord server, which we'll talk about in a minute. For now,
We
we're
break.
gonna
We
plug
break cards,
exactly.
and we break hearts.
Well, some of us do. I'm a gentler type. I try not to
Oh,
break anyone.
okay. Oh, well.
I'll leave that to you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if I have to be the heartbreaker of the group, then that's just how it is, I guess.
I mean, when you're as studly as you, how could you not be?
Yeah. Good point.
Go ahead and follow our socials. We've got twitch.tv/GregoryBeavis and youtube.com/BigChungusBreaks. That is where we break stuff. That is where we open cards. That is where you can watch, you can join in, be part of the community. Got Beevus Breaks on Instagram, Beevus Breaks on Twitter, and Big Chungus Breaks on Instagram as well. Follow us.
But you got
our
to get
stuff.
on the Discord too.
The link will be down in the description so you can join the Discord, so you can get in and be part of the community. We have daily breaks that are basketball, we've got football, we've got soccer, we've got baseball, we've got WWE, we got women's division. We got everything anybody could want. Every once in a while, you can even get some racing. Join in.
You.
Got 1,000 members. You will not regret it.
It's one of the best Discords, especially if you like soccer cards, just enjoy soccer in general. But we also love talking all the other sports too: basketball, football, baseball, wrestling. We even have some lively discussions involving even smaller niche sports like ping pong or even maybe a poker tournament, golf. You never even know, man. The degens, they'll degen on anything.
Yes, they will, and we're proud to have them and be part of them. But the main part is soccer. We are a soccer forward thinking group. We like to speculate, and we like to look at the checklist like we're about to do now. So the new product, hot off the presses, is Chronicles Soccer.
Chronic!
Now this is 60 different teams with massive checklists. Nobody's got time to go through all of it except for us. We've got time to go through all of it. We did go through all of it. We are going to show you the value of the teams that you can get. We've picked 20 of the 60, a third of the checklist to go over. But before we get into that, we want to talk a little bit about the different styles of breaking.
Yeah.
Used to, you would probably have randoms, but now we've gone into pick your teams.
Yeah, so I think the way that breaks have been trending over the past several months is toward the PYT, and that's just more for the sharps so they can pick their spots. I think we've talked about this a little bit before, but I think that you do have to offer that PYT because there's those guys out there that are really chasing that one team and that one team only. So it's pretty much just the way things have headed. That's kind of our trajectory. But there's also still a small, loyal randoms fan base out there.
And we can't neglect those, but in this case, we're going to have to. Sorry to break
Yeah, in this case, we'll probably, just, random guys, you're going to have to take a back seat for a little while.
You've still got tons of other sports. You've got other places you can go to get your random fix. But for this, there are too many rookies, too many people who PC their teams for us to just skip past and go to a random.
Even though in certain leagues, we will pretty much be skipping over the majority of, the overwhelming majority of the teams.
Yep, the value for some of them really isn't there, even in the rookie cards, which is super unfortunate, but that's how it goes in some of these lower parts of different leagues, the less popular leagues, the less skilled leagues, which would of course
that's also raises a pretty interesting question about when does an all other spot just become too juicy to pass up. And I think that's where we are with some of these, because an all other spot I think was available for a very generous price earlier.
Yes.
And I think it was so easy to recoup. You have a 75% chance basically if you're getting the Serie A or the La Liga all other spots. So that's so much equity in the box. You kind of have to bring that price up, I feel.
Especially since if you're breaking like 3 boxes, 6 boxes, that's 45 to 90 cards, and a majority of them will be going to you. You are in the all others department, so that's where it becomes kind of iffy. The more boxes you add, do you start fleshing out some of the team options? Does that cut into your shipping? What exactly is going to be the problems you run into as a breaker trying to price it out?
Yeah, I think that's really the conundrum here is we're just trying to figure out the best way to move a break usually, but we're also looking at it from the other side because we're not only break sellers, we're break buyers as well.
Yes,
so we're looking
we
at
are
a break.
ourselves.
Yeah, so it's a perspective of not only the buyer but the seller as well. So we're trying to kind of look and find that happy medium between, okay, that's a price I want to pay for that. Whereas when I'm selling it, it's like, okay, I want to price that fairly so it'll move.
Precisely.
But I don't want to underprice too much and I don't want to overprice too much because then that's where you get into trouble and then your break might not fill.
So before we get into actually talking about the checklist, we need to talk about the elephant in the room, which is the first off the line boxes tanking and where the actual hobby boxes, the non-first off the lines, are sitting price-wise. So you can find them online on eBay for around $350, $330 somewhere, all the way up to $550 where they launched at on the Panini website. Whereas first off the line, they just yanked because of how low that it got. So the question becomes, where is the breaking point on what you get? So if you get it at $550, you're going to have to break it at $650 around that point to recoup the shipping and at least a little bit of your investment and your time. Whereas people who get it at $300, you may find them even breaking it at $600 with massive returns. This is a slight issue we're going to run into as it develops, because people are definitely going to not want to take a loss, and that is going to affect people who buy on the lower end and how much they charge.
Yeah, so I think one of the things that we're seeing right now with a major market correction, if you will, is that when you get like a new product hits in soccer, the thing to remember about this is that where that soccer product is going is a lot of times just going to bigger outlets that don't have, really specific knowledge of that product like they absolutely would were it football, baseball, or basketball cards, right? So we get what we maybe would refer to as allocation dumpers, which means they're getting this at a really cheap price, but they have no incentive to fair market price it, and that then creates an undercutting market where people just don't care. It's the same as like a flippers mentality of like when something comes out, 90% of the time the first sale on eBay sets the high mark and then it's just a race to the bottom from there. So, and with all the market factors at play right now, it's unfortunately pretty dangerous for breakers to even buy new product because of this, because you run into the conundrum of, well, I need to break new product for my people. They want new product right now. They don't want it, 2 months from now when price goes back up. So that doesn't do me any good. I got to have new product to break now, but then what happens if that box price has dropped 25 to 30%? That's a ridiculous ROI, and the breaker, you can't just ask the breaker to keep eating that or he's going to be out of business.
Exactly. I have personally avoided, I was considering buying multiples of these hobby boxes when they came out at 500 or 550. And I took the, I guess, lesser decision of avoiding it like the plague, because I don't trust the volatility in the market, and that turns out that it was a good idea to avoid that, because now I can go on eBay and get one for $330. It's a massive swing that would have absolutely crushed me had I gone in at the 550 mark. But a lot of the bigger breakers you're going to see, like your GVs, your Golden Goal, your BMN Hobby, and so forth, they can get like allocation prices where they can break on the lower end, which is helpful for people as the prices begin to drop on the box, which I think it will go lower. I don't see this. I like the product, but I don't see it as like a staying force due to the rookies not being as good as like the last year's contenders, like the tickets you
Yeah.
get and so forth.
Well, I don't think that this is a product that is generating nearly the amount of hype. There's just really not a number one clear-cut rookie chase. There are some good rookies for sure. There are some really nice chases. I think Yunus Musa probably comes to mind as a really great chase right now because people seem to not be pricing that as high as they should be yet.
Definitely.
Which we'll get into once we start breaking down La Liga. But yeah, that's just one example of where we're going as a hobby. We need to get to a point where the soccer is going to the right people, the soccer breakers who can look at a checklist and analyze value and say, okay, I find at least $400 of box value here. So
right.
If as long as I'm pricing all my teams out fairly, I'm still going to sell my box, but I can't overprice it. I can't go high over eBay. But the problem is that all the dumpers are going to eBay too. And then you just see these lower and lower prices coming in on eBay a lot. And then they say, well, that's not fair because you're breaking it way higher. And then a lot of the times it's like, well, that breaker is not breaking it higher because he's trying to gouge you. That breaker is breaking it higher because he got killed pre-ordering it.
Yep. Which is
and that's unfortunately
thing.
Where we are.
Yep.
Yeah.
Speaking of Liga.
Yeah,
we've
La
talked,
Liga.
We've talked a lot here, but I think it's about time we get into the La Liga because I see the work that you've done here. And the Barca spot looks extremely fat. The Atletico Madrid spot looks a little smaller than I'd expect. Talk to me.
Yeah. La Liga is a very interesting product because we really kind of follow the hierarchy of how La Liga goes, where all of the good talent and all the money is in three teams, the two Madrids and Barças, and we already know that. But looking at Atletico, it's really just all about Joao Felix, let's be honest. And there is a lot of Joao Felix, which is my reasoning here. So we have a Prism. I don't think there's been a Joao Felix Prism at all, to my knowledge, until now. So that is technically a first Prism. There's also a Spectra, which is another. I've noticed the Spectra is kind of pretty popular so far when the guys have been reacting to it in the break. Like, ooh, Spectra. So I think Spectra is going to do pretty well. But then we have autographs for both as well. We got a Prism autograph and a Spectra autograph for Felix, which I think is great. And then a couple other ones, a Silhouette, which is kind of cool, and then some patch thing, Treasure Threads.
Yeah, the Treasure Threads are really underwhelming.
Yeah, that seems to be like the throwaway thing they've been putting. We've been seeing a lot of goalkeepers and like numbered out of 500, which is just really cringe.
Kind of a waste of cardboard and material.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so many things wrong with that. But outside of Joao Felix, which is the bulk of it, you do have a couple Simeone, the Contenders historic rookie ticket autograph, and another. And then Luis Suarez has a couple autographs as well. So that's pretty much where all your value is on Atletico. We do have a Messi Prism, which is interesting. I know there are Messi. Of course, we have Messi Prism, but it's always been in Argentina jersey, which sucks. Like, nobody cares about Argentina Messi, let's be honest. Messi doesn't even care about Argentina Messi.
He's gotten over that.
He is so over that. Like, you can tell every time he puts that jersey on, he's just like, oh, not this shit again. Oh man, but national duty, right?
Yeah, years of torture.
Yep. But that Prism is kind of interesting. I'll give you that. You start thinking about like, ooh, cracked ice Messi. Yeah. So, outside of that, we don't have a lot going on for Lionel Messi, which is, kind of why you go, oh, okay. But so let's look at some of the other guys here then. Obviously, we have the best rookie is going to be Pedri.
Yes.
And we have three rookies, the Donruss, and then the Optic, and the Gala. I really like that they did the football the one from NFL football
Yeah.
design for the optic here. I think that works really well with the soccer so far from what I've seen.
Especially like
The
the cracked
Gala,
eye style. This looks really good.
yeah, the Contenders optic is really nice too. I'm
Yeah.
liking that one a lot so far. So Pedri has the 3 different rookie base to chase, and then all the variants and numbered cards on top of that. And then we have a Contenders rookie ticket for Ricky Puig, and then we have a Neymar silhouette. So there's one Neymar card in there. We also have a Xavi silhouettes. There is a certified. Frankie's got a card, just one, a certified.
Surprising.
So Frankie's in there. Griezmann's also in there with a select, and then we have Ansu Fati with a Spectra and a Spectra autograph. That'll be a popular card, I think.
Lord bless his knees.
Yes, please bless his.
Shine your
We're
light
all
on his knees.
okay. So, and then to round out Barca, we have quite a lot of Serginho Dest, which is nice for
Very
the
nice.
Team USA chasers here. We've got the Gala, the Contenders rookie ticket, the Spectra, Contenders rookie ticket autographs, and Spectra autographs. So 5 different cards plus all the variants for Dest, and there's also Trincao has 3 rookies as well.
Though we do care a little bit less about Trincao. No offense to him.
Yeah,
Just not the big guy.
no offense. He is a rookie, but yeah, he's the main people that you're looking for at Barca, of course, is going to be Pedri, Dest, Messi, Ansu Fati. Those are pretty much your big 4. So, I think honestly, outside of Barcelona and Atletico, there's not a ton of star power after this.
I agree with that.
We're going to get to Real Madrid now, and you're going to notice we don't have any Ronaldo here. We don't have any David Beckham either. So there's not a high ceiling on this Real Madrid spot at all. We have Hugo Sanchez, Zamorano, and who's the other auto?
Luis Figo.
Luka Modric and Luis Figo. Yes. So we have Figo, Modric, Zamorano, and Sanchez, which is it's okay, but we know who Real Madrid has in the chamber too, so it's
kind of stark.
It's a little ho-hum. I know you mentioned to me you thought it was a little bit lame that we didn't see a Vinicius auto yet, which I agree with. Where's the Vinny auto? My cousin Vinny, we need it.
Desperately.
In my estimation, this Real Madrid spot is even weaker than the one that was in La Liga Mosaic, where we just didn't have really any great base cards. It's kind of the same story here, but at least Mosaic La Liga had the freaking David Beckham or whatever it was. But this one is... Yeah, it's definitely underwhelming. Real Madrid is a bit underwhelming, but there are a couple Sergio Ramos autos. There's a Rodrigo Prism. There's a Benzema Prism. Benzema's kind of on the rise again after many years kind of ostracized.
Welcome back,
you don't know that. If you don't know that story, that's a doozy.
We're not gonna get into that one.
Yeah.
If you want to read up about that, Google it. It's interesting. Him and the national.
That is. Yeah, that's a wild one. But other than that, the main rookie is the kind of underwhelming Federico Valverde, kind of like in La Liga Mosaic. Decent prospect, but, for a Real Madrid, it's just kind of, So, Real Madrid, I think we definitely have to price that down a lot.
Oh, yeah.
But because we do have a pretty decent amount of autographs on there, it's still going to be, in a decent range. I have it as the 6th most expensive team in like a half case break. I would put it at around $145 range, which would be 6th most expensive. That felt right to me.
I agree with that. It's kind of sad to not see them at the top anymore. With how stoic and historic their brand is and their team is, they could have gone deep into the veterans, into the older players, and brought up amazing autographs or things to it. But I mean,
Well, I think they did that a little bit with pulling out like the Figo and the Sanchez.
Yeah.
That's at least pretty good ones. That's good to go back into the catalog. But yeah, there are so many other great ones out there too. But outside of these three main ones, that there's really not a ton out there. But I did highlight a couple more teams that I think absolutely have to be sold individually, and that is Valencia and Sevilla. And let's start with Sevilla because it's very short. It's really your boy, Yusuf and Nasiri.
Yes, like king.
Yes, he's got an elite and a prism, so the prism should be a pretty decent chase there for him. There's also a Luke de Jong select, which is whatever, and then there's a Rakitic autograph and cornerstones. So little bit of value there in Sevilla. Not a ton, but that's maybe a nice little play.
It's at least
Easy
on the
way
board.
to maybe. Yeah, it's definitely on the board. And if you're looking to ball on a budget, maybe that's the team you go after. Maybe pick yourself up a Rakitic auto on the cheap, or maybe you're in the series trying to get in one of those numbered prisms. But anyway, Sevilla is one of those at the bottom. And then that leaves us with Valencia, which I really like for one reason. Musa.
Very
3 different
hype on
rookie
the
cards.
Musa.
Yeah, we got to get hype on the Musa train.
Oh, yeah.
He's all we got. He's the new guy. Well, now actually, Sibachu is the new guy now.
Yep.
I forgot.
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry, Musa. Let's just delete him. Yeah, forget about
Gotta
him.
push him to the side. Sorry, buddy. We found a new guy.
Sorry. Yeah, new guy.
New
Sibachu.
guy.
He's in. Sorry, soccer's just fickle like that. Okay, and so there are a couple other notables. So, we have to look at all the other teams out there, which there are other teams, a lot of them.
Imagine that.
Yeah, and so a couple of them that I wanted to point out is, of course, Kubo. Kubo for Getafe has both a Kubo. Yes, I got a Kubo today in my all other spot, and a numbered one. Yeah, was the Chronicles, I think, out of 99. So he also has the Prism, so that's pretty cool.
Yep.
Got a Kubo Prism. Other than that, of course, we got my favorite La Liga team, Real Sociedad, with Ander Bernetcia and Alexander Isaac.
Like your pronunciation.
He has a Chronicles for Bernetcia, and then Panini and Spectra for Isaac. Other than that, there's a Brian Gill Illusions for Ibar.
Not gonna lie to you, I have no idea who the fuck that is.
I noticed his cards were selling for a little bit, so I was like, okay, Brian Gill, apparently. That's maybe one guy some people out there are chasing, I guess. But outside of that, it's a lot of teams with a lot of rookie cards. That's what your all other spot is. It's a prospector's dream. You're just going to get a big, huge stack of nobody rookie cards. So if that's your thing, hammer that all other spot.
Yeah, speaking of which, we're going to move into Serie A. And oh boy, do I have some fun for you guys. I decided to take on the task of putting this one together. So I chose my 5 teams. And then have of course my others down at the bottom, so we'll get to those. But for AC Milan, I personally like this spot a lot. It has Zlatan, which there aren't a ton of Zlatan cards out there.
Zlatan, yes, I love Zlatan. Who doesn't love Zlatan?
Exactly. It is a prism. It's not an auto, but it is a prism. It looks good. The one that I've seen pulled looks beautiful. That's what I'm going to be hoping to either just swipe off of eBay or potentially grabbing a break, because Zlatan is king. Then we have Dallo, Diogo Dallo. He is Portuguese. He is a defensive player, yes, but he plays up in like a more midfield wing position. So he has some offensive value compared to other defensive players that you'll see on plenty of checklists in Serie A.
So he likes to give forward a little bit, he can play the ball in more like a Alexander Kolarov or a
he can play it where he's attacking through the midfield at the minimum.
Yeah, like maybe a Joao Cancelo
Right.
or a Alphonso Davies even.
Yes,
as an attacker.
not as fast,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Right.
Then we have
Good info.
Filippo Inzaghi. That is a treasured signature. He is one of the greatest Italian players of all time, hands down, period. I know that a lot of people don't know a ton of like the older soccer nowadays. It's a newer field that people are getting into. But if you get a chance, look him up, watch his play. That is going to be a very good signature to chase after. Same thing with Mauro Tassati. He, on the history side, basically saved AC Milan back in the 80s after they got relegated from Serie A to Serie B. He is one of the historical figures in Serie A that you will look to whenever you're doing any kind of research about the older parts of the game, the older aspects. Moving on from that, though, we have Sandro Tonali, who is one of the best young mid players. If anybody's played FIFA, you've probably gone after Tonali at one point in career mode. And the same thing goes for Jens Peter Haug. He plays with Erling Braut Haaland on the Norway national team.
The Holland supplier.
I wanted to do 40 Proud. I paused to see if I could get the Braut the way he does it, but I can't do it. I'm not 40. And then Alexis Salamaker, who was just barely missed the cut on the Belgium national team for the Euros, which was pretty impressive. So AC Milan, I think, is a very solid spot. I won't say it's like top 5, but it's definitely within the top 10. It can move up and down depending on how you're feeling about it.
What about Hakan Kahonglu? One of the greatest modern free kick takers.
That is true. He is.
But it's just an absolute tools of the trade, so.
Yep. I don't really like those. I tried to avoid putting that in like the mem cards. I'm not a big fan of them, especially when they're numbered to like 500. So I tried to like pull away from that a little bit when I was doing my breakdowns. I felt like it was it's kind of cheap to me, the patches and the like tools of trade. Something that isn't cheap though.
Right on.
Juventus. Juventus is not cheap. For one reason. Cristiano Ronaldo Prism and autographs.
Autographs!
3 separate autographs for Ronaldo on Juve. All of his Real Madrid autos, no. They are on Juventus. He's got an elite autograph.
Ronaldo, you must go to Juventus.
Exactly. He's got a Chronicles, and he's got a Prism auto to go with his base Prism. It is extremely fat. Then he has like 3 separate mem cards, which is the only time I'll include the mem cards is when it's someone like Ronaldo himself. So you got the Chronicles mem, the Elite mem, and the Treasured Threads. A whole lot of value in one spot based off of one man.
I will say that I am a little disappointed there was only one Weston McKennie.
I was as well. It's literally what I just kind of made fun of or poked fun at, the tools of the trade. It is the Weston McKennie.
Yeah,
a little sad. But
we couldn't even get him a regular Panini card or
like
something.
Anything. Like just like a Spectra, a Select. No, they gave the Select to Chise, which, I mean, he's earned it. He's played really well this season. And of course, you have your 2 veterans. You have Roberto Baggio, one of the greatest players in Juventus's history.
The freaking ponytail, man. Exactly. Respect the ponytail mullet. Respect that shit.
And Andre Pirlo, yes, he got fired. No, that doesn't deteriorate his legacy.
He is still a fucking legend. Exactly. He is still a fucking legend. Nothing he could do as a coach will take away from the greatness of Andrea Pirlo. That is for sure. However, Alvaro Morata is probably worthless after today.
Yeah, it ain't great.
I don't know if you caught that. But
I did.
Yeah.
I did. We'll move on to Roma, which I'm basically putting Roma here because they have like a longer checklist than some of the more expensive teams, and and say for example Arsenal over in the EPL. So they have Edin Dzeko, the Man City GOAT, basically. They have autograph as well as mem. Again, one of the few times I'll include the mem. Stephen El Shaarawy, or Shaarawy. El
Shaarawy.
One day I'll get the pronunciation right. He's got a silhouette. Kind of cool.
Wait till we get Henrik Mkhitaryan. Jeez.
Now that one I don't mind because I've said that a lot since I am an Arsenal fan.
True.
Then we have Roger Ibanez with his Gala rookie and Optic rated rookie, a really good player. Definitely someone
Qatar man.
Yep, someone you should target.
He should be called the Axeman. Be a great nickname. The Ibanez.
Then we've got Treasured Sig, which is Falcao, followed by another one, which is Totti.
Totti!
One of the greatest players in Roma's history.
But then the GOAT. It's pretty close between him and the other one.
Him and the other one?
Daniele De Rossi, of course.
Oh, of course.
Yes.
And then the last thing that we'll mention about Roma is Nicola Zaniolo, who is probably the best young midfielder in Serie A.
He had a rookie ticket in last year's Chronicles.
Yep, so it's not his rookie, but it is an autograph, so we will take that.
Prism autograph.
Yes, a Prism autograph.
That would be pretty sweet.
Now we'll move on to Enter, which surprisingly, Enter was not on multiple people's lists that were coming out as of today on launch day. They had them in all others, which blew my mind.
So a little surprising to see no love for Inter when you look at what is honestly a pretty formidable checklist.
It is one of the best checklists there has been so far. Like, this is better than Real Madrid's, who was priced pretty highly.
Yeah, I think you could definitely say that, but you could also make the argument it doesn't have any real ceiling outside of maybe a couple either.
Like Lukaku, Eto'o.
Yeah, Eto'o is cool, but there's no auto. But Lukaku auto, I think there's a select auto I'm seeing that, so that's really cool. Lukaku auto, I mean, like right there, go get that. Exactly. We got Hakimi in there. There's Lautaro, love Lautaro, always love Lautaro.
Always and forever. Yeah. Alexis Sanchez. It's a Threads, but I mean, it's still Alexis Sanchez. One of the greatest players in Premier League history.
Yep.
And of course, your historic rookie ticket is Javier Zanetti, another one of the Enter GOATs.
A beast. Yep. Beast for many years. Zanetti, Argentinian.
And you have Stefan De Vrij, which I'm pretty sure all of us have like tons of his rated rookies from Donruss.
Oh yeah.
Why not add an absolute tools of the trade? Yeah, and then a Vidal, who is everything. Vidal is just loaded into every product Panini makes.
You can tell he has a 500, so they're gonna put there's gonna be a lot of Arturo Vidals popping up. That guy seems to be popular with Panini for whatever reason. He's like William Carvalho of the Serie A, I guess.
Exactly. And of course, Ivan Perisic, who I know a lot of people may not have a ton of respect for him, but I personally like Perisic. I like his game.
Yeah, he's an underrated player. He's very solid, a little under the radar, but solid player.
Yep. And then we move on to another team that was in all others, which also blew my mind, Fiorentina. Now, I understand why a lot of people would see that name and their eyes glaze over because they have no clue who that is or what they have. But they have...
I agree with you.
Probably the greatest, or at least top 3 greatest players in Serie A history, and Gabriel Batistuta. One of the greatest Argentinian players there has ever been.
Come on. And not only one autograph, but 2.
2 autographs. Well, actually 3, because you have the historic rookie ticket. Oh, never mind. Yes, 2. and then the rookie
No,
ticket
no, you're
on
right.
top of it.
No, you're right. You're right. There is the historic rookie ticket, and then there. Oh wait, no, that's just the regular.
Yep,
okay.
exactly.
Yeah.
Confused myself.
I just made the same mistake.
Yep. So you get the
I was
rookie
looking.
ticket.
Yeah,
You
I was
get the
looking at
ticket
this
auto.
too.
Yeah.
I think that you're spot on here, but like I think a lot of people would look at Fiorentina at like $70 and a half case break and be like, "What? For who?"
Yep.
But when you look at the checklist, it's totally justified. You have 2 Batistuta autos, as we mentioned, but not only that, there's a Dusan Vlahovic Chronicles.
There is a Christian Kouame Gala rookies who was extremely good. Like, no one watches Fiorentina, so no one actually pays attention to him, but he is extremely talented.
And then we also have, of course, Bayern French legend Franck Ribéry.
Yep. Though his is just a base, so I kind of ignored that.
Just certified.
For the Prism, which is Gaetano Castrovilli, which is also a younger player who is very, very good, very talented.
Okay, I don't know anything about him. Is he a midfielder or what?
Don't make me break everything down for you. You gotta watch the games.
You have no fucking idea.
I just know that he's young and he plays for the team because I saw him when he played for the team. That was one of my. I'm up at 6:30 a.m. and it's on ESPN Plus, Fiorentina versus Bologna, so I gotta watch that.
Yeah.
And I definitely heard his name at least 3 times. Speaking of,
if you heard
Bologna,
his name,
exactly. If you hear their name, gotta be doing something good, right?
Yep.
But for Bologna, this was in my other notables, where most likely they'll be in all others for like a 6-12 box break. It'll be out on its own, so you'll need to think about this. But for Bologna, they have Musa Barrow, which is an extremely talented young player, along with Aaron Hickey, the Scottish wonder kid, and Takahiro Tomiyasu, who is also...
We're giving...
Yes. We're
giving Hickeys,
to the Scots. Yes. Aaron Hickey.
We're giving Hickeys. Yep. We're giving Hickeys to all the Scots.
Exactly. One of the best young Scottish players that we have. As my lineage can be drawn back to Scotland, I'm very happy seeing him succeed. And Tomiyasu is also very talented. He has a prism, which is nice.
I have my lineage on my dad's side goes back to Scotland.
Let's go, laddie.
Let's go. Drink some fucking Macallan.
Yes, sir. Then we have...
We just probably...
Caligari.
We just made all of Scotland weep.
Well, probably made everyone weep, honestly. Not just Scotland.
Yeah, probably. Probably our mothers, our fathers, pretty much everyone would weep.
Yep, everyone. Anyone hearing this definitely is crying right now.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Sorry about your tears, but anyway, here is Cagliari.
Yeah, Caligari with 1 card. Ricardo Sotil, another midfielder. Young, bright future if he can please get free of this untalented hacks around him. Please. He's so good.
How dare you? How dare you? They have Giovanni
painful.
Simeone. They have Simeone's son.
I don't care. They could have Pochettino's son. I don't care. Then we have Hellas Verona, which
what the Hellas?
Yep, the Hellas. Surprisingly, they have good players. Ivan Illich, extremely good for his age, at least. And then you have Ronaldo Vieira, no relation to the other Vieira that is 100% in your mind.
Yeah. So that is Serie A. Yep. So I guess now we have to touch on Premier League.
I guess we could. So I'll let you take over for your 5 chosen teams in the Premier League.
Yeah, we will take a little bit of time now to look over the couple of teams that I chose to highlight for Premier League. As soon as I can bring it up, here we go. All right, so I wanted to start off by looking at Aston Villa. which we have a couple of really hot young players on, of course, in Mr. Jack Grealish and Ollie.
Free that
Ollie,
man.
Ollie. Yes, Ollie Watkins. And we have lots of Grealish, a lot of Grealish. And this is, some people might balk a little bit at seeing Aston Villa being such a high price. But when you see that there are 3 Jack Grealish autos out there, and that starts to be, oh, okay. So then we got a select to boot. Select base and a select autograph. So that's pretty hot right there. And then we got Ollie Watkins with the optic rated rookie and a Gala rookie. So
not too bad.
Honestly, there's pretty nice checklist, pretty nice case to be made for taking Villa there.
Have to agree. Fairly solid
moving down to Liverpool real quick. I think Liverpool is, as Liverpool always seems to be in Panini products, just very solid mid-tier. We have Curtis Jones is starting to kind of, I'd say, heat up a little bit. I've seen a lot of people kind of mention Curtis Jones. You know, some might be a little buzz building around Curtis Jones. So that might be a rookie chase to kind of keep your eye on there. He has 2 in this product, the Gala and the Contenders rookie ticket. So look out for the rookie ticket there. As far as the Prism, we have a Diogo Jota Prism, which I think will be his first one in Liverpool, because I don't think he had one in Prism EPL for some reason. I don't remember one. Yeah, that's kind of weird. So that would make sense why they put him in then. But I'm still trying to figure out why KDB has a Prism when he has one in EPL. But maybe it's a variation. I don't know.
I don't know what they were thinking with what they did.
So other than that, of course, we have Mo Salah with a select. There isn't a single Sadio Mane, which is a little weird, but we do have a Firmino Spectra. And then on the autograph side, it is really just Steven Gerrard. Stevie G's got a historic rookie ticket and an autograph. So that's pretty much the breakdown for Liverpool. It's very solid in the middle, as usual.
Yep.
And then we'll move down to Man City. Man City, it's not the greatest checklist in the world. If you're a Man City lover, this isn't one you want to like really go after to reap a ton of cards. I will say that you are going to get the first Prism in a City kit for Torres and Ruben Diaz, who is basically the Premier League Player of the Year, kind of like the MVP of the league, Ruben Diaz. So that's a little more important than people might realize. Ruben Diaz, like, who the hell is that? Well, he's actually pretty good. So
kind of the whole reason
that's one to look at there. Yeah, he was just insanely rock solid defensively, which was what they were lacking. Other than that, there is a KDB auto, Prestige. Not my favorite product, Prestige, but an auto nonetheless. And then there's also a Prestige Phil Foden. So
kind of
Prestige in there, a couple Prism. Yeah. I'd say it's good if you're trying to get the Torres or Diaz cards. That's probably what you're looking for, but the rest of it, not that good.
Right.
All right, so that'll bring us then down to the other Manchester team, Man U, and I have to say, yeah. Ooh. Anyway, can I just say that this checklist is underwhelming for Man U as well?
It is. It is.
It's basically like what Real Madrid would be if they had stuck the Beckhams on Real Madrid, I feel like.
Yep.
That's a little bit what it feels like to me. Of course, we have Mason Greenwood, but this is now second year Greenwood, and it's like certified.
Yep.
So the Greenwoods are kind of, memorabilia certified and a certified mem. So there's 2 Greenwoods, but they're both kind of whatever.
Yeah.
I will say the Cornerstones Rooney could be pretty nice. That could be a really nice one. So that's something that's cool. The Prism for Man U is Cavani, who's done pretty well there. So that could be one that maybe they would look at. Maybe some people would be after that. There is also Prism autograph for Cavani too. Bruno Fernandes gets 1 card, the Spectra. So that's pretty good. Not too bad. And then Brandon Williams is the rookie chase, which is... He's a defensive guy, you
Yeah,
know,
defensive
kind of.
midfielder is just kind of.
Not a lot of potential there for him to be taking over games or anything, but it is Man U, so Man U, whatever. And then, of course, Mr. David Beckham, this beautiful soccer player who ever lived. With his contenders, historic rookie ticket. I think this is my theory. My theory is that Ronaldo paid like all the money in the world he could to try to have like David Beckham's physique. Like, go look at Ronaldo when he's like 19 years old, right? Like his teeth are all kind of fucked up, his hair's a mess, and then like look at like Ronaldo now. Like it's like night and day, right? Like that's
Shit, if I'm making as much money as him, you best believe I'm getting sick.
Yeah. Right? Getting all the surgeries, baby.
Damn right.
Yeah, get that tucked. Get rid of that shit. Get rid of my man boobs, first thing.
Get rid of everything.
Or maybe keep them.
All right. Fix the patchiness in the beard.
But yeah, anyway, the Contenders historic rookie ticket Beckham and the autograph. That's a pretty sweet chase if you're into that. And the treasured signatures. So that's Man U. And then we have Tottenham, your favorite.
Hotspurs. The team that can't find a manager.
Nobody wants to take over that team because they are a sinking ship and everybody knows it.
Imagine.
So let's talk about the two players who give them all their value, who both desperately want to leave. Harry Kane and Youngmin Son.
Free them. Actually, fuck Kane, but free Sonny. I love that man.
Here's an interesting question. Would Sonny rather not have to do his military duty or get out of playing at Tottenham anymore?
Oh, see, that's the hard part, man. That
That's
military duty,
the hard one.
That's rough stuff.
I mean, from what I understand, he basically just has to play on their military soccer team or something, so it's not that bad, but you know, yeah.
Excluding the fact I'd rather go play for Bayern or something. Personally, if I had to choose, I'd choose the third option because they're both about equally as annoying and painful.
What if we had that rule? Like, I think South Korea in a lot of ways is kind of similar to America. They're both kind of like uber capitalist in a lot of ways. What would happen if like America had that rule? Like, imagine every single man had to go to the military for a year, and that was just the way it is. Do you think it would change us? Like, that's interesting to think about.
Would it change us? No, I would dodge that shit as hard as possible.
Yeah.
It would just
I
make
would
us
fake
crafty.
like whatever I had to.
Yeah, it would just make us more crafty.
I have a thing. I'm a nerd, can't fight, so sorry.
Yeah, sorry about that. I've broken my ankles 6 times, so can we not make me use them more? Thanks.
I am completely worthless without my glasses. Does that not clue you in enough?
I had asthma as a child.
I have so much asthma all the time. I'm pale as a ghost. I will burn in the sun so easily.
Yeah, you can't send me anywhere where there's a desert.
No.
So, sorry.
No.
I get swamp ass.
Right.
Can't really go to the jungle.
Welcome to the jungle, Beavis. All right, Tottenham. We got Harry Kane with the Spectra and a Spectra autograph. I'm warming up to Harry Kane because I think there's about a 90% chance he's about to be Man City's new striker.
Have fun with that.
It's pretty obvious, but I mean, he'll do fine until we can replace him with Mbappe or Haaland. Oil money problem. Anyway.
There's a Sonny autograph.
Yes. Sunny. And it's a pretty decent one. Select.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Not mad at that.
Yeah, silhouettes as well for Sunny. So yeah, that's all your value in Tottenham is basically chasing the Harry Kane and the Youngmin Son.
Yeah.
And then I'll kick it over to Beavis to break down some of the other teams in the Premier League checklist.
Woo! Okay, on to the Beevus EPL teams. So there's 5, just like Moes had 5. He picked his, and I picked mine from the remnants. And I think mine are pretty decent, if you exclude Arsenal, which is absolute shit. But of course, I chose to talk about them because they're my team. So we've got Aaron Ramsey, aka Rambo, Mr. FA Cup hero himself. Got his historic rookie ticket auto and rookie ticket. Now, if you compare that to literally half of the historic rookie ticket autographs or just rookie tickets, it is absolutely at the bottom. I love him, but it is at the bottom value-wise. It adds nothing to the checklist. Then we move on to Bukayo Saka Prism, which he already has, an EPL Prism. And then there's a Redemption Auto, which he already has, and every other product he has an autograph. It's all redemption. So this whole checklist is just super depressing to me. Thomas Partey gets his first Prism, which is nice. He didn't make it into the EPL Prism for some reason, even though his transfer was in the middle of like August. And then Kieran Tierney gets an autograph and a mem. Overall, that is an extremely depressing and underwhelming checklist. And I will fight to the death saying that they should be as cheap as possible because they have no real value outside of the Saka. And that's a redemption, which you'll never, ever see because Panini doesn't do redemptions.
Okay, well, obviously since Beevus is on a campaign to get Arsenal as low as possible, I'll have to provide a little bit of
I'll allow you to
counterpoint
to add context.
So yeah, we're not 100% worthless out of here. I mean, there is what do we got here? Okay, we got Nketiah Spectra.
He doesn't even start.
Okay, yeah. So the other Prism is Thomas Partey.
Yes,
that's a pretty strong name.
Yeah.
A pretty damn good defensive midfielder, I would
He played like half the games we played. Injury
so we have an ABBA select.
Hopefully he leaves. I'm tired of him. we can just do this all day. I don't see any value in the 30-something-year-old Aubameyang select.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to actually concede that to you probably. Outside of maybe just very nominal Arsenal fan, irrationality, there are a disproportionate number of American Arsenal fans for whatever reason. I don't know what it is that attracts you people to them, but
you
God bless you.
Never mind, I'll stop. I'll stop. You're like a Golden State Warrior fan.
The thing is, I have no problem admitting it, though. I mean, if you want to call me a bandwagon bitch, it's 100% justified.
Oh,
I am.
Pain.
It's totally fine. I admit it.
At least you admit it. At least you're open to saying that.
Yeah, I just like to have some joy in my life. And
as a Raiders fan, you don't really get that.
Exact opposite of what I got last week, but... Only in soccer do you win your league and you still have like the most crushing defeat ever, and you just want to die after.
Everyone was on your side. No one wanted Chelsea to win, so we all felt that pain to a degree.
Yes, but just the way it happened and the usual things. It's just a combination of so many things. Like, one is Pep overthinking it at the 11th hour, like he always fucking does. Trying to play fucking Sterling.
Yeah.
Who the fuck would play Sterling in that game?
I don't know.
Tell me.
I don't know. Thanks for Thanks for setting off a rumor from you guys about Arsenal getting Sterling. That really helped my psyche.
Well, I mean, let's think about it. He's not going to Man U. They don't fucking need him. He can't go to Liverpool. He's already been there and done that. They hate him. So Chelsea doesn't, need him either. So who's left? Tottenham and Arsenal.
Please give him to Tottenham. I'm begging you.
I mean, if you can't go at least to Tottenham or Arsenal, your career's really fucked. Like, if you have to go to Everton, it's just like, oh god. But then if you decide to like not go to Everton and go to the Turkish league at that point, and you're like well, fuck it, I'm just going to Galatasaray. No one will really judge you for that.
That's true. You're securing the bag.
Yeah. At that point, it's just like, you do you, bro. You need to go to Turkey. Fuck it.
Just go. Same thing with going to the Chinese Super League. Just go.
Yeah,
Go Hulk.
They fucking love Hulk in China.
Yeah,
He'd probably play there till he's like 60 just because he's Hulk.
Yep. Anyway, the
Yeah.
Arsenal checklist fucking sucks.
Yeah, it fucking sucks. Yeah, I agree. I tried to debate you, but yeah, outside of Saka, it is
terrible.
pretty bad.
You got 3 defenders, a guy who never plays, and then the historic ticket of a person who's not even on the team and wasn't, like, no offense to him, but like an all-time great. Could have had Lee Dixon, I would have been happier. And he's a fucking right back or a fullback.
Does it also maybe occur to you that your team sucks, and this is the reason that the checklist sucks?
Look, man, who is the only team to have gone undefeated in a Premier League season?
Oh, so now we're bringing up the past.
I'm bringing up history because we are talking about the historic ticket.
Okay, all right.
Could have had any of the Invincibles, but no Thierry Henry.
They did this last year though to Juventus. They put Aaron Ramsey on Juventus for some reason.
Yes,
Remember that?
Yes, they did. Well,
what is their obsession?
Juventus. He's on Juventus. He doesn't.
So that actually made sense.
Yeah. But no, now
They still had the template. They still had the fucking template cut out from last year.
So much pain. Anyway, we'll move on from my depression and terrible team to Chelsea, another team that added to my depression by winning the Champions League.
Yeah.
So you got your Prism Edouard Mendy after he already had a Prism in EPL. You have the Donruss rated rookie for Edouard Mendy, which is dope in my opinion, because he is one of the best keepers I've ever seen. Then you get down to the Billy Gilmores, which that was going to happen. They don't have like real rookie chases outside of Billy. So you have the Optic rated rookie and the Optic autograph. Captain America has 3 separate chases. You get the Spectra auto and then the Tools of the Trade, which I just made fun of a little while ago. Mason Mount has of 500 thread. So good for him. Somebody sat there and meticulously chopped his little jersey into 500 tiny pieces. Timo Werner gets a select, which he has, like, Prism.
I just point out how ridiculous it is that currently Robert Lewandowski and Timo Werner have the same odds for the Euro Golden Boot. What fucking idiot would take Timo over Lua?
I mean, I'm hoping for it because, you know.
I understand the argument, right?
I'm heavy into
Poland
the
is not that
market.
great. I mean, if Lua was on Germany, like, it wouldn't even be a contest.
Now hear me out.
Lua would be like
Bukayo Saka.
That's the dark horse play. Yeah, that's the dark horse play, right?
That's my play. That's my play.
Yeah, like I recently got packed Saka on FIFA, and I was excited, and then I looked, and he was a fucking 75.
Yeah.
The fuck?
I don't get it.
Are you kidding me? It's obviously like at least an 82.
You think? He's literally
like,
the only person on the team that was any good.
This coming from an Arsenal fan. Exactly. You heard it.
Exactly, I know.
The rose that grew in the thorns. The rose among the thorns.
Yeah. You
Our beautiful king.
Your Cobra Kai autos, though. Certified and Treasured Sigs. That's pretty nice. Andre Shirley and Graham Lassalle. Also nice with the Treasured Signatures. And last but not least, the Reece James Elite Memorabilia. I only brought that in because Reece James isn't that bad.
Surely you can't be serious.
I mean, he started in the UCL and he beat Man City. He must be pretty good. Then I
was making an Andre Shirley joke there. Just missed it.
Okay, my bad. I apologize. I just let your humor down.
And I was also referencing an 80s movie, which probably went over your head, too.
I wasn't born in the 80s, so probably.
Yeah, boomer moment on my bad on the boomer moment.
Just slightly. Crystal Palace.
Hi, Havertz. Yeah, great player. Hope he dies.
I do not co-sign that statement. That is my co-host.
Well, I mean, come on. He's going to die at some point. Everybody does. So I'm really just saying nothing.
That's true. Man
Like I didn't say like now.
Well,
I didn't
true.
say now.
True. You weren't just wishing it upon him.
Yeah, I wasn't like I hope you die tonight. I was just like I hope eventually you lead a very long and fulfilling life and then fall blissfully asleep surrounded by friends and family. I mean, you don't know. That wasn't what was on my heart.
That's true. That's true. I can't read your mind.
Yeah, exactly.
Man who can,
Chelsea, I think I have to say here that a lot of this Chelsea value is the Pooley Spectra Auto, because that's a pretty sick card, and I think a lot of people like that.
Yep, it's literally just Pooley and Kai, the main draws for it. The lack
Graham Lasso, I don't know. Graham Lasso, sheesh.
I mean, the lack of a Mount Auto is pretty depressing. Pretty sad.
It seems like Topps got like all of those.
Yeah. What can you do,
Good
Panini?
on Topps.
What can you do?
What can you do?
Crystal Palace. They've got some pretty good players.
Palace.
They have Sir Ian Wright's rookie ticket and rookie auto and treasured signature. So shouts out to them.
Very nice. Yeah,
Followed by RP to Epsiode. He, I believe, tore his knee or something in training.
No.
Yeah, it was like a week ago.
What? He's dead?
Not dead, just
oh my god.
Just
well,
not,
Card's dead.
Non-functional, I do believe. Non-functional. I'll check real quick just to make sure. But I saw it on Twitter, so it must be
no. A freak? No, he tore his.
freak
Oh my
Achilles
god, is it
injury.
Achilles tendon?
Yeah.
No! God. Oh no.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. So there's that. Moes just had his heart broken, even though he claimed to be the heartbreaker.
I don't know how many more L's I can take this week, Beavis.
The good news is he's young, right? He's only 22. He can definitely.
I can't do this. I already did this with Fati enough. I'm not doing this shit again. God, I can't, just play the odds. You can't just magically wish 2 ACLs come back in shape or
but
Achilles.
it's not his ACLs. It's just an Achilles. You can.
That's even worse. That's even worse.
No, because at least we're not reading stories from fucking Majorca or Mallorca, whatever it is, Macara, where it's saying that he needs a new meniscus, or his leg was actually amputated 3 weeks ago and he's working with a robotic one. Anywho, yeah. So RIP to that man's Achilles. But he has a Gala rookie, and a rated rookie, and a rated rookie autograph, which could either be worth a lot of money later when he heals, or none when he pulls an Andrew Bynum.
Well, at least we still have Gyro Rielderwald.
Yep.
And Luka Milivojevic, that guy.
Yep. And Jeffrey Schlupp. Can't forget about Jeffrey Schlupp and Tyreek Mitchell.
You know, honestly, I would have to say that Crystal Palace probably has the best names in the Premier League. Just looking at the names here. Like, these are all very, very strong names, all of these.
Like, Jeffrey Schlupp is a good name.
Oh, yeah. But also, Michy Batshuayi, come on.
Love that.
Classic.
Wilfried Zaha.
Wilfried Zaha, great. I don't like that Milivojevic guy because I can't say his name.
That's true.
Irks me. But other than that guy, yeah, everybody else is really cool.
I'm going to unfortunately go ahead and make the prediction that Wolves are going to get relegated next season.
Ooh. Think they're getting raided?
I think they sacked their manager, Nuno, and he was the one person holding them together.
They had the very strong Portuguese contingent, though.
They do, but I just don't see it going anywhere. I think they get relegated, and I think they get raided after starting off like horrendously in the winter window. They get raided and then just bottom out.
Wow.
That's
no
my guess.
faith in the new Wolves management at all.
At all.
Throwing the Wolves right under the bus.
Throwing the Wolves to the Wolves.
That's so strange to hear because Wolves have been such kind of like a low-key cop in soccer breaks for a while.
I'm not going to say that they're not, because, I mean, you see they got Adama Traore, they got a autograph of his, they got Silhouette, You've got Fabio Silva with Chronicles. You've got the 18, 19-year-old Rayan Ait Nori. He's got a Prism. He's got a rated rookie. Pedro Neto with an autograph and a Spectra. Podence with the Gala
Podence
rookie.
Optic is nice. Yeah.
Contenders
Optic,
rookie
yeah.
ticket for Fabio Silva. Chronicles
That's
Fabio
nice.
Silva. Like, that is very good checklist. But I just don't think
I
they
would have to
survive.
agree.
I think they bottom
Interesting
out.
take. Still some great players on the list, though. Some nice young talent.
And now we're going to get to the nice old talent. So you brought up the Wayne Rooney that was all the way up here on the Man U, where it was the cornerstones. Well, for Everton, we've got the Contenders Historic Rookie Ticket Wayne Rooney, and the autograph for Wayne Rooney, and then the Treasured Signature Wayne Rooney, which all three of those automatically make Everton like I'd say a top-tier team.
Yeah, so that definitely vaults Everton
Arsenal.
up quite a bit. Yeah,
at least above Arsenal.
Not only that, but I do see there is a Lukaku as well.
There is a Treasured Signature Lukaku.
Wow.
And James Rodriguez got a Prism Auto, and Cornerstones. Very good checklist, surprisingly.
We also have a DCL Spectra and a Richarlison Select.
Yep.
Solid.
And a Chronicles Mem DCL.
Oh yeah, this is actually a really nice checklist all around.
Yep. When I was looking through them, this one caught my eye because of the Rooney, but it's actually very deep and condensed with a lot of value.
Yeah, this is one that's definitely jumping out to me, just reading all over some of these cards available. Yeah, I think Everton is maybe one of the best plays on the board right now.
Yep, I'd put them above Palace, above Arsenal. Probably closer to
Really?
Come on. Closer to the Liverpool area.
Yeah, I think people are also conditioned to think of Everton as kind of like an off-brand Liverpool as well, though. So
that's the most painful
part. I don't know.
A lot since soccer is like such a niche, it winds up where people just see a team and they automatically assume it has the same value every time.
Yep.
We do see that historical value.
And that's kind of what happens when you get stuck in the same cycle of seeing the same kind of teams and players over and over again for too long.
Yep. It all kind of leads you to a certain point.
Alrighty.
But that has been a breakdown of a checklist.
Wow. Did we do it?
We did it. We did a third of the checklist.
We should probably talk about the all others spot for EPL real quick, huh?
That's a good idea.
We have a little chunk of teams in there. There's probably a couple, like West Ham's in there. We got a couple guys out there who chase, I think, West Ham, like what's his name? Goldblum.
Yep, Hefe.
Likes Declan Rice. Yeah, Hefe likes the Ham sometimes. Jared Bowen, rookie. There's a Declan Rice, Elite, Bowen, Gala. Soucek's actually a really good defensive midfielder. I think he was on the FIFA Team of the Season.
He was.
But nobody knows who the hell he is.
Nope. Literally nobody.
Sorry, Thomas Soucek. You are very good, but nobody cares.
Another one that we didn't mention was Leicester, which isn't like... They don't have a terrible checklist. It's just not very good.
Yeah, I have Leicester as the cheapest team on the board because I think you can still sell Leicester on name alone, but yeah, the checklist is not great. Yeah, there's not a lot of Vardy anywhere. There's not a lot of Kelechi Iheanacho.
Yep.
He's kind of had a little moment there. James Maddison is okay. He's been kind of down though from where he used to be.
Yep.
Wesley Fofana, yeah, it's just not that solid. The Prism is Sengiz Under.
You might be pronouncing that wrong, or you might be pronouncing it right. I don't know.
I have no. Let's take the under.
Leeds is another one where I would have thought there would be value because Leeds has always had value in the EPL Prism, but all they have is the Bamford autos. Everything else is just pretty bad. I guess there's like the Meslier that you eventually come to, which is a rated rookie, but that's again just kind of,
I think all these guys were just kind of up because they had rookie badges, so people saw a lot of rookie badges in Prism and started buying up Leeds.
Yep.
But yeah, a lot of these guys, like Calvin Phillips, is actually a pretty damn good player. But again, he's more of a scrapper, like a defensive mid. So probably not going to score many goals.
Of course,
Jack Harrison.
Fulham's bad. Sheffield's pretty bad.
Like it's all a bunch of decent players on Leeds, but the Bamford autos give it a little, but just not that much. So yeah,
not enough to really bump it up to league.
Sell them.
Yeah. Yep.
Man, I saw that Oliver McBurney, or what was it? No, it was for Southampton. Did you see that Cornerstones that came out for Southampton?
Yep, I did. It was
Stephen David. Oh my goodness, it was the gold. So just a quick touch on some of the parallels, but you see a lot of times like with those Cornerstones and with the patch ones, there's like base all the way up to 500, but then they're all are also 1-1 versions, and they're like platinum 1-1s, and then the golds to 10. So that's kind of cool if you hit one of those.
But yeah, I think that pretty much does it.
I think we done did it.
We broke it down. We gave you the value. Thank you guys for joining and listening. Anyone who actually watched to the end.
Thanks a lot.
We rambled a little bit, but I think we gave some pretty good information.
Yeah, we got there. We got it done.
Arsenal should be a lot less than they are in most breaks. I think that's the conclusion we've come to as a community.
What was great is you were so adamant about that nobody noticed how casual I was about Man City being kind of crappy too.
That's true. See, we can both have crappy teams, but just we need to have our checklist be equal in price. I see Man City down there at like $30. Where's Arsenal? 85, 55.
If there was a Foden friggin' Prism autograph or something, they would be up there. But...
Yeah.
Soccer Prism and Soccer Prism Auto is a pretty nice chase, even
Soccer
though
Prism
it
Auto
is
that
a
you'll
redemption.
never see, though. The downside.
Yeah, that's the bummer of it. That is the bummer. Hopefully he signs, and soon.